Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is still Tuesday. It is the 1st of August 2023. Interesting thing just happened today. So we have to plan out everything. So Steve and I, we coordinate when to do laundry. So we do laundry like basically once a month. That's what it ends up being. So we figure out a time and a day, and so today was that day. So we headed out to go do laundry. We get out on the road, we get down the road quite a few miles and come around a turn, and there's a tree down and it's hung up on a telephone line. And so obviously we couldn't go any further, so we stopped. There was a guy on the other side of the tree. And he goes, well, I called my brother, but I don't think he can be here for like a half an hour. And I said, well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go down. I'm going to go in, there's, houses on the road, obviously. I said, I'm going to stop in one of the houses if somebody's home and see if somebody has a chainsaw. And so that's what I did. I stopped, first house that I saw, a couple vehicles there. Guy had a chainsaw, told him what was going on. There was a tree down in the road. He says, all right, I'll be right down. So he comes down and he goes, is the tree okay to touch? And I said, yeah, I've already touched the tree. The tree's fine. So of course then he had to go up and he had to touch the tree. I said, I think it's just on a phone line, not on a power line. And he's like, okay. So he cuts it. We move that part of the tree out of the road. He makes a second cut, which kind of hung it up where it kind of went back up a little bit. And then he had to make a third cut to get it off, completely off the line. And so, we did that. But it brings me to my thought on this video, right? So, I'm lucky where I live that most everybody out here, I mean, if I had been closer to home, I'd have just come home and grabbed my chainsaw and done it, But like I said, I don't drive around with my chainsaw in the truck. So, what? I can't see it. Hold on a second, guys. I know the camera's facing me. Oh, the winner, please. See, I tried to explain to Steve. I said, listen, he's showing me the ticket for tonight for the Mega Ball, or Mega Drawing. And I said to him, I told him already, I said, you don't need to be buying a ticket tonight because I already have the winner, so you're just throwing your money away. But he's just trying to make it so that I have more, which I think is very thoughtful. Thank you for the donation to help make the jackpot for me be more. So, but anyway, so now he's playing with Hella. Here she is. She's like, hey, where'd you go? Get him, Hella. Get him. What's he doing? Get him. All right. So my thought process, okay? So we're very lucky that out here, pretty much everybody has the tools. You're in the country, so generally everybody has a chainsaw and those type of things, which is good. I mean, those are, necessary tools for living in the country that you need to have. And so, but my thought was this, okay? And I was thinking, we just had, and they were basically saying it's like the third or fourth time this week that a tree has come down. We did have that big storm that came in that I did the video on a few days back, showing you guys that storm coming in, and that was high winds that day. So I know trees had come down that day. My thought is this: SHTF happens. Who's cleaning up? That's right. So there's the title of the video. Who's cleaning up? So unless you are going to be actively partaking in cleaning up, who's going to do it? There's not going to be anybody coming out to clean things up, to make sure that, down trees are cut up, and so you can use that road access and those type of things. And I think a lot of people don't think about those type of things. If there is a flood and part of the road gets washed out, well, that's the end of that road, because there's not anybody going to be coming out there to repair that road. So, if you still want to have access to travel, especially like back roads, back where I'm at here, generally you're going to see the people that are local are going to be working on that and cleaning that up and making sure that that is squared away. So something to think about, something to plan for. Do you have the right tools that are going to help you facilitate, getting from point A to point B? One of the things I truly believe is a really important thing to have, I like to call it my universal key. When it comes down to that point in time, you're going to need one. So what do I mean by universal key, right? I'm talking about bolt cutters. Having bolt cutters, I think, is really important, because you may come up to a situation where you're going to need to get through a fence or something. There's a lock on it and they got a chain on it and the lock. If you have your universal key, you can continue on to where you need to go. So that would be one thing that I would recommend people to have, when they're traveling, and if they're trying to get from point A to point B, making sure that you can get to where you need to get to. I'm just kind of walking around. I was just looking at stuff over there. So if you're wondering, but so that's what that's my thought process with that. Having the right tools is going to be very, very important. There's going to be nobody coming to the rescue, my friends. If it's wintertime, and this is something else to think about, and you live in the Northeast, even here in West Virginia, they can get some heavy snows down here in West Virginia. We get a big storm come in, and it's SHTF, and guess where you are until spring, or unless you clean it out yourself. And if you clean it out yourself, how far are you going to go? Where are you going to go to? What is your plan to go to where? So again, putting yourself in a position to be able, again, the key, and I've said this before, in a true SHTF situation, what your game plan needs to be is to be able to make sure you have enough things on hand, food-wise and stuff like that, to get you through that winter. Because if you're locked in and you're not going anywhere and you can't get out and you can't get to where you want to go, you're going to be stuck. And so you better be able to make sure that you have enough food on hand, that you're able to get what you need to get to be able to survive that winter. I don't think starving to death would be the most fun thing to do, especially in freezing cold weather. So some food for thought, some things to think about. Who cleans up? So that's an important thing, and I want you guys to think about that. I always want to try to make you think. And so that was my thought of the day because of the situation that happened, and I found it very interesting. So anyway, guys, I am going to jump off of here. Remember, we truly are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. As soon as we can figure that one out, we truly will be in much, much better shape. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day, tomorrow's not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life, so it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Last but not least, STD, step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only person stopping you from achieving your goals is you. That's it, nobody else. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. I hope everybody's having a great day. I will see you all tomorrow. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.